I'm a farmer up in Northumberland. We keep Angora goats for their beautiful mohair and Wensleydale sheep for their lovely long wool, and we produce really special knitting yarns. So if you've seen this vlog before, thank you so much for coming back for a bit more, and if you're new to Whistlebare, then welcome. Today we are going to look at our newest knitting patterns. I'm going to share with you my crochet blanket. As I'm sure all of you have noticed, it has been a bit of a difficult year, what with the coronavirus and all the rest of it, and where we live is fairly isolated anyway, but this year we really haven't been seeing anyone at all. I'm sure that's the case for a lot of you as well. So we're adding a little comfort sector to this vlog. We're going to take you into the farmhouse kitchen and bake my lovely granny's light fruit cake. It's a real favourite here on the farm and with people who visit us, and I just thought you might like to be able to make it for yourselves. Of course, we're also going to show you the animals. It's a little bit tricky at this time of year because the weather is dreadful and they're all huddled, well, not huddled, they're all tucked up in the straw in their nice sheds. So we will be introducing them to you a bit later on. So what are we making at the moment? Well, my major project is all these granny squares that you can see in front of you there. They're out of our Cheviot Marsh Aran weight, and I am doing a blanket out of these beautiful little starburst granny squares. I just got the pattern for these off YouTube. They're roughly 10 centimeters square, and I am crocheting it with a 4.5mm needle, and I'm using 6 colors for the squares themselves, and I have got 3 skeins of each color, and I think that that is going to produce between 150 and 180 little squares. So that's quite a lot. It's going to be quite a big blanket. If I get that far, it may be that I run out of steam and it becomes a lap blanket. But never mind, I think I've got 70 odd squares at this point. And I will be probably crocheting them together. I might sew them together. If anybody has any suggestions for joining granny squares, I'd really like to actually crochet them together with one unifying colour throughout the whole blanket. So it would need to be a couple of trebles between each square or something, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. So if anybody has any suggestions, please put them in the comments below, because I would really love that. I've been working away on these squares through lockdown, and I have to say, I love a granny square. You've got 20 minutes spare, you can just quickly whiz one off, and then they start piling up like this, and it's just really satisfying. And it's all my favourite bright colours, just to be a bit cheerful. Anyway, so that's progress on that. I suspect you'll be seeing that quite a lot over the next few weeks as I keep working away on it. It will need a board around the outside as well, and I haven't decided what that's going to be either, so suggestions for borders would really be appreciated as well. So while I've been busy crocheting, Tess has been busy knitting, and we've got a couple of lovely new scarves to share with you. This one isn't completely new. It's a new take on our vine lace scarf. Now, our vine lace scarf is knitted out of 1 skein of Yeavering Bell double knit, and it's not as wide as this. It's about that wide, and it's a lovely pattern because it's a very easy little scarf you can wrap around your neck and tuck into your coat, and it's just 1 skein, so it's quite a quick knit, and it's only a 4-row pattern, so it's one that you can very quickly master and do in front of the telly. I say it's a 4-row pattern. 2 of those rows are just purling. Anyway, Tess really liked the pattern, but fancied a slightly bigger, more squishy scarf. So we thought, well, why not? Let's knit it out of 4-ply, make it twice as wide, and so we did, and this is the result. So this is our fine vine lace scarf, and it's probably 1.5 times as wide as the double knit version. but it's wonderfully soft and drapey, and again, not sure it really goes with my cowl neck jumper, but never mind. It's been really popular with those who've seen it. Not many people have, of course, because, well, anyway, enough about lockdown. But yes, no, really delighted with that. This colour is Eider Duck, and as I say, it's just one skein of Yeavering Bell 4-ply. Really satisfying, really pleasing knit. Just pretty, comfy and lovely. Anyway, so that's that one. Also, I want to make it clear that my blanket is big. It's taking a long time, and yes, Tess has knitted a dozen things in the time. This other scarf, Tess designed really as an experiment to practice with the lovely patterns in traditional ganzes. Where we are here at Whistlebare, we can actually see the sea. It is about 4 to 5 miles away, but we can see the sea, and there's lots of lovely fishing ports up the coast. So the traditional fisherman's ganze is based here in Northumberland, as well as other counties as well. So Tess fancied having a little play with some traditional ganze patterns, and she designed this scarf. This particular one was knitted by one of our lovely sample knitters, because it's the one that lives here in the studio. It's called Land Ahoy, and it's just got a bit of ribbing, and then it features these very sweet little trees along with rope up the sides. So we thought that was lovely for fishermen out at sea, finally getting to see the trees again as they came home. Again, this one is in our Yeavering Bell. This one's Aran, and it's 3 skeins, so it's a heavier, woolly, warm one for when you're walking the dogs in the beach and it's wild. Really like it, really pleased with it. The pattern is subtle, but it's really fun to knit. It's lovely. So that's what's hot off our needles. I hope you like them. Would really love to hear what you're knitting at the moment and what you would like to see us knitting as well. But I know why you're really here, and that's to see the lovely beasties that we keep here at Whistlebare. So they're coming up next, and then we'll be going into the house and cooking the fruitcake. So do stick around for that, and we'll see you again shortly. We have been promising you for a couple of weeks now to start the vlog again, and we keep trying, but winter has arrived here in Northumberland and it keeps raining and it's blowing a gale, so we're really struggling to get nice footage of the animals and outside generally, especially the sound. So today we thought actually we'd do something a bit different, something a little bit comforting, a little bit fun. I'm going to bake you a cake. Unfortunately, we are probably going to have to eat the cake for you too, but rest assured we will be thinking of you all as we enjoy our cake. The junior goat slaves are particularly thoughtful about finishing up all spare cake. Anybody who has been to an event here at Whistlebare will have had plenty of our cakes, and one cake that we nearly always bake is one that's very close to my heart. It is my granny's light fruit cake. So I thought today I might show you all how to make it for yourselves. So it's really simple. It's just all in one bowl. So in this bowl I have got, now it's my granny's fruit cake, so it's all in pounds and ounces. So I'm sorry if you use metric. Maybe I'll try and in the notes below, perhaps I'll try and convert it into metric for you. But anyway, we have got 8 ounces of self-raising flour in there, and I am going to rub that in with 4 ounces of butter. This is unsalted butter. It's hard from the fridge. Let me just cut it into small pieces and we'll start rubbing it in. I do this rather swiftly. My granny used to make the most perfect little bread crumbs, but I will do my best. When the boys were little, they loved doing this, mainly because it was a great excuse to throw flour at each other. So there we are. I think we are quite close to breadcrumbs. I'm sorry I can't show you because the camera's on a tripod over there, and I don't really want to touch it. Okay, so next, rub in fat to flour, add sugar. So in here I have got 4 ounces of granulated sugar. Let me just tip that in. And 6 ounces of sultanas. Oh, there's a little stalk there. Take that off. In they go as well. Now, this is not the recipe, but I am an absolute glutton for glacier cherries. So these ones already in half, and I'm just going to put a couple of spoonfuls in because I can, and I love them. So then we're going to give that all a nice mix. There we are. And then we're going to add beaten eggs, very sadly, not from our own chickens at the moment. We have had lovely chickens, but unfortunately we also have some very fierce badgers. And a couple of months ago they smashed their way into the hen houses and took our hens, which was very sad. We have a scheme afoot so that next year we will get some new hens and they will be living with pigs. And we hope that the pigs will see off the badgers. They'll also be in a much stronger house, so hopefully the badgers won't be able to break their way in. But that does mean at the moment we're buying eggs, which is not the same. So 2 eggs, and it says up to 5 tablespoons of milk. So I'm just going to put 3 tablespoons of milk. Now the milk is lovely goat's milk from our beautiful girls. Again, if you've been to Whistlebare, you will have met the dairy goats, who are lovely, and they give us beautiful milk every day. So in it goes. Good mix. Now it wants to be a batter, but it wants to be quite stiff. But no, I think that looks fine. So we're going to put that in. I've got here a 1 pound loaf tin. Oh, that's Audrey. Hold on. Come on, Lord. Okay, Audrey is now in. So I have got a bread tin liner, which I just find to be really convenient. I put that in there like that. Spread that about a bit in the tin. As I say, it's quite a dry, quite a stiff mix, so you have to arrange it in the tin a bit, otherwise it won't give you the lovely loaf shape you're expecting. or hoping for, I should say. There we are. And a generous sprinkling of sugar on the top. This is something I really remember. It's a nice crispy crust of sugar on the top. There we go, and I am going to put that in the oven, about 180 degrees, for about an hour. Again, those of you who follow us will know that we are currently cooking on wood-fired cooker. We've only had it a couple of weeks, so we're still getting used to it, but hopefully it's going to cook us a beautiful cake. In it goes, and we'll have a look in about an hour. So thank you once again for joining us on our vlog and seeing our knitting and the beautiful animals, and hopefully enjoying the cake. If you would like to see more, please remember to subscribe and press the little bell, and join us again next week for more animal adventures and knitting. Bye!